All right, there we go. Third attempt. About to jump into the car, replace the return fuel line, it's leaking. I want to run this engine a little bit, get the fluids going in it before we start really tearing into it. I want to empty the fuel in the fuel tank. There's not much back there, so give me a chance to just run it through, let everything cycle, kind of let the oil go, circle around the motor, and then we'll start changing on fluids and possibly drop that fuel tank in the back so I can cut that deck lid out. Yeah, so here we go, jumping into it. All right, fuel line is repaired. Took about 10 minutes of my time to do that, no problem at all. All right, let's go ahead and get this thing started. She's running. Let it run for a bit, get this fuel out, get back to y'all later. All right, update. The engine's running, been running for a little bit. Looks like the water pump let loose. That's right, we're gonna tear down the motor anyway. So it's just something else we gotta get to. It's probably gonna replace the water pump anyway, so no problem. Go and let it run for a little bit longer, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to run all the fuel out of it. Running off some surface oil. Or actually, it sounds like it's running pretty good. Getting some special colorization up here. started to build up some pretty good heat, so went ahead and shut her down. So that's probably the last time the thing's gonna run. Looking like this, it's gonna be a lot different next time it runs. So this car sat for a long time out in the field. The word that I had from the guy I got it from, an old man had it sitting in the field. He took it out of the field, did a restore on it, and then parked it right back in the field again. And then it just sat. So there's a lot of stuff that's, you can tell was recently done. Well, was done when he redid everything. The coil, the plug wires were probably all brand new. And I'll show you the date here, last time it was registered in a second. They went through the brakes. The brakes were all somewhat new. Had new looking hoses on them, new looking fittings. They're drum all the way around. But you can see the last time the car was registered. January 2004. So 20 years ago, this thing was on the road. So I've got a bit of work to do to get it back to roadworthy. We're gonna do it. We'll get it done. I'm gonna butcher this floor. Never welded before in my life. Well, a couple days ago I welded just to try it. But I'm gonna be learning on the fly here. So I guess all the rot is just from sitting and water coming in through the messed up weather seals. Because everything else looks pretty good. Maybe that's the worst thing for these cars, is just to be sitting, not being used. So I'm gonna get this one going again. All right, on to the interior, here we go. Good times. Well, started getting the interior out, started hitting the, trying to get everything vacuumed, and it's not as bad as I thought. It is, it's a bit worse than I thought. The frame is a little bit rotted there, so I'll have to figure out how to do a little frame patching. Seat might be savable. Oh yeah, gotta rip out this headliner too. But I'm gonna call it a night. Temperature's dropping. It's supposed to be freezing tomorrow. But yeah, looks like we got some good metal up there. I can tie it to. When the car was running, I tried getting all the dash instruments to work. Good news is the wipers work. Bad news is nothing else does. No fuel indicator, no lights, no fan, no horn, no radio. But that's all right, we can fix all that stuff. I was kind of hoping under the back seat would be not as rusted, but it is. So I got to go back and get that piece now. Coming into the trunk. Thinking that fuel tank probably got replaced 20 years ago, because it doesn't look that bad. But yeah, so there we sit. Oh yeah, here we go. Trunk lid. And I can make it last a little longer, but it's gonna have to be replaced as well. All right, good night, and we'll see you again in a couple days.